So I just came out from seeing Thanksgiving, and boy, is it a ridiculous film. But in some good and in a lot of bad ways. I'll say this: if you're a fan of the '80s, '90s, extreme, over the top movies, horror movies especially, then this is just right up your alley. To me, it worked in some aspects, but this film was extremely over the top, and to the point that it didn't feel, I don't know if I should say realistic. It just didn't feel feasible as far as storytelling, because it just felt a little bit gimmicky, to say the least. I understand why they did it. I understand it was done on purpose, and I understand that's a style of horror that fans like. Because I'm a fan of the Terrifier films, and that's extremely over the top. Speaking of Terrifier, this film is gory. This film is extremely gory, and I can't help but think it was inspired by that, by 80s horror, things of that nature. And yeah, some of these kills were fantastic. I'm not gonna shy from that. So it works in certain elements that it's supposed to work, because it's a slasher. We want to see people and things get slashed up, and it happens here. I also respect the attempt at giving Thanksgiving a nice lore, because Halloween has all these movies based upon it. Even Christmas has horror movies based upon it. So I'm not too familiar if Thanksgiving has that many horror movies, but I understand the attempt, and I like how they put all aspects of Thanksgiving in here, from Black Friday to the feast itself, this and the third. So very cool way of involving Thanksgiving. So for me, I'll say this film is okay at best, a tad bit much and over the top. And what I mean by over the top is the dialogue. It didn't feel like real dialogue that human beings would have. It was extremely extra, and I understand what they were going for. They're trying to show you the severity of the situation and move the story over. But by doing that, these characters felt like devices for the story. And weak dialogue overall. Pacing was shaky, to say at best. But like at the end of the day, these type of films, it's a slasher that's meant to have awesome kills, a lot of gore, and they succeed at that. So it definitely has its fans. If you're an '80s baby and you like films like Terrifier, things in the third, yeah, you'll definitely dig this. But yeah, that was my opinion, and let me know what you think.